Hey, welcome back to Skeffscomicknowledge. Tonight's episode is going to be a step-by-step process on how to properly get your comic book ready for a private signing submission mail-in. So recently, CGC, CBCS, and there's a couple third-party facilitators that I'll link down into the bio below that are doing private signings, which is a fantastic service they're providing. At the end of the day, if you're looking to get a book graded, this is graded and signed. This is the best course of action to do it, especially in these times and days that we're having now with no conventions on the horizon for maybe not anytime real soon. The prices are kind of expensive, and I'll link to each one of the websites down below. And at the end of the day, I feel that the prices are adequate for the ability to not have to go to the convention, pay the badge, get in, wait in lines, things like that. Like, it's just a convenience. They're charging you an extra little convenience fee. At the end of the day, if you're not looking to get a book graded and signed, just don't do it. But I'm going to show you tonight on the proper ways to ship a book in a Gemini mailer and the absolutely really dumb ways to ship your book. So stay tuned. I'll show you how this works. Hey guys, welcome back. So here's my step-by-step process of how I personally get books ready for a private signing and then mailing them in. So what I like to have with me is that what you're going to need, you just need some regular tape here, box cutter there, with preferably a brand new knife, which makes everything so much easier, Sharpie pen, painter's tape, which is anyone's best friend for shipping books, a Gemini or BCW or some sort of comic book mailer, obviously it's comic, bag and boarded with another board, and then just one little piece, one square of bubble wrap. And if you don't have access to current BCW, because they're closed down I think, or Gemini mailers, at your local post office, if you get one of these medium flat rate boxes, you cut one square. They are ideal under circumstances if you can't get a mailer, and I use about 4 of them sandwiched together, try to keep the book safe. But make sure you cut them out perfectly, and you can put them in one of the priority mail envelopes. So that's just in case you don't have one. Just use 4 of these, and you would just cut out just as the edge. Just cut these edges off, and just use a nice flat middle piece. So if you don't have access to the mailer, I would use that, and then they have these there. So what you're going to want to do first, which I went ahead and kind of pre-did, but I'll show you how it works, is that you're going to get your comic, and you're going to figure out who you want it signed by and kind of get it prepped. So in this example, I got Riley Rosmos signature area set and then James Tinian signature area set. So you want to kind of go online and look at and figure out who you want to get signed by, figure out kind of how big their autographs are, and try to accommodate enough space for them to get autographed, because that is super important. I have seen instances where someone only made one section, so they only made, like, say that's not there, they only had that section. The guy actually took up the whole section, and there's a second autograph needed, so you actually have to go in there, take it off, slide it out. Like, it's a hassle. So, like, do the groundwork, makes it so much easier and less handling of your book, which can lead to less damages. So put the book in the bag and board, and then tape off the area for a signature that you want while it's in there. Once you have it taped off, go ahead and then take it out. Just please don't cut it in there with the bag. Now once it's out, that's when you'll grab your box cutter, sharp knife, and then you'll slowly work your way to opening these up. And then you'll be set. So this is how you'll window bag. And then if you want to mark who you want which area to sign, I do that. It makes it a little easier, because at the end of the day, these guys are getting hundreds of books. Hundreds. They're not just like, no, they're literally saying, here's a book, they sign, and they move on to the next one. So a little bit of area where you want to get signed is ideal. So once you have this set up, painter's tape, marked off, box cutter, who you want it, go ahead, then slide your book back in. Like, once again, don't cut it with the book in there. Please, mistakes can be made. So there, that's set. So when you get that done, normally I like to take a second board, and when I ship books, I usually take a second board and put it in front of the comic to keep it safe. But that would not be helpful in this situation. So for this situation, just to kind of add a little bit extra protection, I go ahead and I put it behind it. Just, you know, the more the merrier. Keeping this guy safe, rigid as possible, you know what I mean? Because the goal is to keep it as safe as possible. So now you got 2 boards in there, just in case, keeps it safe, a little more firm as they hand the book off. So once this is set there, you're going to go ahead and get it ready to ship. So what I like to do to ship books is I like to go to the post office, which has like, just grab them, they're all free. I grab one of these Tyvek materials for the paper, and then I like to slide the book into the envelope just like that, one fold, and then painter's tape. Please, painter's tape. It's just safer that way. So painter's tape in there. Then you can take you actually need this envelope. Oh, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need this. Also, you're gonna want, I like to add just a little layer of extra safety. I usually get a cardboard piece. It's 13 by 8 1/4. And usually I find that to fit perfectly inside of the Gemini mailers. So what you're gonna wanna do is grab your mailer, like so. And I usually take the one piece, just one square of the small bubble wrap, and I usually just place it right at the bottom. Just to kinda, just every little bit, you know what I mean? What if it's a really expensive book? You know, these are just extra precautions that I take when I ship my book. So you're gonna wanna get the book centered there. And then what I like to do is you're gonna find the 2 little edges, because you're gonna see it's a little bit bigger, where the book's right there. So you can get the 2 little edges. And then get your piece of tape, one corner there, and then another piece of tape, blue painter's tape at the bottom here, just to kind of keep the book from preventing as much movement as possible. Then one corner there with the tape, then also a corner there with the tape as well. So now the book is safe, set, secured, and then at the end you can take the 13 by 8, which will fit perfectly once I show you how we get it closed. So there is that. So you got the book at the 13 by 8 in there, nice and safe and secure, ready to go. And as you can tell, not really much bend in that at all. So like, this is the safest way that I find to ship an individual book, especially for these upcoming private signings. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you found this video helpful or informational. Like I said, down below in the comments, let me know if you found any of the stuff useful or helpful at all. If you did, please hit a like or Hulk smash that like button and subscribe. I have a couple more tips and tricks videos because I know there's a lot of signings coming up and sending books in, sending books away. So that's it for tonight. Thanks again for stopping in. Skeff out.